Well, voter turnout is continuing to be significantly higher than in the last presidential election in 2024, the one that was annulled by the Constitutional Court. And this voter mobilization, including in the diaspora, can be translated in what people have been telling us here at the voting station in Bucharest. They're very conscious of what's at stake. They're saying that it's one of the most important elections of the past 30 years since the fall of communism, and the stakes are indeed multiple. One of them is the possible arrival of a far-right candidate, George Simion, on top of this first round of election. At least that's what the latest polls have been showing, with a possible win for George Simion with 30% of the votes. This election is also a choice for many between the candidates of what they call the system, so representing the traditional parties that have ruled Romania over the past 3 decades, and what they see as anti-system candidates that describe themselves as being outside of these traditional parties. And these can be pro-European independent candidates, but for many voters, the anti-system vote also means voting for George Simion and the far right.
Maria, you've been our correspondent there for some time now. Does it feel like Romania might be at a crossroads?
It certainly feels like Romania is at a crossroads, and that's what people have been telling us here as well. They fear that this might be the moment where Romania's geopolitical stance can shift from a very pro-European country to maybe a more Eurosceptic stance if the far right should be elected. For many, it feels like a crucial moment that would determine their future, that will determine also the values that are represented by the president and the government. So we do feel that tension. Currently, the political context, the social context is very tense. People are accusing the traditional parties of widespread corruption, of being responsible for the economic situation. They want people from the diaspora, the Romanians who were forced to find work elsewhere in Europe, to come home. And so for many, this feels like an election that will determine the country's future in the years to come.